space. Welcome to this environment. As you can tell, your girl is on vacation. I am currently in Spain for the launch of Angel Frequency Masterclass, which I'm super freaking excited about. But in this video, I want to just go live and talk about, create a short video for y'all and just talk about how I escalated from my minimum wage salary to 3,000 monthly streams of income. And this is something that I actually done for a few times in my career, but I did it because of this method. And this method is what I'll be teaching in the Angel Frequency Masterclass, which is happening tomorrow. And I'm super freaking excited about it. All the information will be linked down below. And this is actually why we're here in Spain, baby, because this is what divas do. We buy ticket, come to Spain to launch masterclasses. That is what we do. So in this video, let's just jump directly into this video. This is going to be a short bonus video because Friday I wasn't live on Friday due to traveling. I was so tired by the end of the travels that I couldn't go live. So I was like, let me record 2 live streams for today to recover for that day. And so on this video, we're going to talk about how I escalated from minimum wage to 3,000 monthly paid salary. So the thing that happened with me is like I started working at the age of 14. I started working as a waitressing, and it was only a seasonal job. So it was only during the holidays, excuse me, during the holidays, during the high seasons, during special occasions like wedding or excuse me, I need to drink some water because it is coming. Yes. Okay, so it was only during those high seasons. So it was a seasonal job, and I worked that job from like 14 till 17. When I turned 17, I got the opportunity, like even before that, when I turned 17, I was actually already working as a recruiting agent within the same company that hired me. I started first as sales, working as sales during the low seasons, and then I went from being assistant administrator, which was like filing paper, fixing paper, all of this stuff. And I did that for a year, and then after a year, during that, I also started expanding by people coming up, picking up their checks, the people that were working as waitress, as hostess, people applying for jobs. I would do like the whole application process. So I started taking more like roles within the office that I was working. And then later on, they practically said, you know what, go with this person so you can learn and what they're doing as a recruiting agent. So we would drive to the hotels and talk with managers and all these type of managers and people like that to get job opportunities and contracts. So later on, I was being trained as a recruiting agent. But then when I turned 17, I stopped working there because the owner of the company, she got really sick and she wasn't doing very well. So because she wasn't doing very well, she decided to close down the company temporarily, which eventually it just completely shut down. But it was doing very well, and it was quite sad because she had a lot of powerful clients in Aruba. Like she had many great hotels, expensive hotels, so she had a lot of good contracts. And yeah, so during when I was 17, what happened is that later on I decided I don't want to work a waitressing job anymore because I already upgraded, I already leveled up. I started as a waitress, but I ended up as a trainee recruiting agent. So I also had the sales assistant administrator. I learned so much from that. I got trainings from that same company to do stuff. So what happened is by the time that I was 17, I refused to go back to the same job that I started when I was 14. So I started applying all over, like everywhere. I would apply 2 times, 3 times. I would get interviews, stuff like that, but I would never get hired. And the only job opportunities that I would receive were like waitressing jobs. And as I said, I refused. And with this part, I want to drop here the important lesson of this video is decide. Because I decided I no more wanted to work as a waitress. I deserve something way much better. I want something way much better. I start writing about the possibilities. I'll start like imagining, like, okay, this opportunity is gonna come to me. This is gonna happen. All of these things. And even though opportunities came, such as waitressing and all this stuff, I still refused not to do these type of jobs. I stayed within that decision. And this is a very important part when you're someone you want to escalate, because if you want to upgrade or escalate in any area of your life, or you want something better in any area of your life, it is very important for you to decide what no longer aligns with you, what you're no longer available for. And this is something very important that I did when I wanted to upgrade my salary from minimum wage to 3,000 monthly paid salary. The other thing that I wanted to continue on this story is that I started applying all these places. I was applying at makeup places, places that was selling clothes, all of these places, and none of them would hire me. It would get to the point where I would have like one interview or two interview, but I would never get to the third interview, or it just wouldn't work out for me. And it was so crazy to me each time that that happened, because I got really excited, because I was like, okay, maybe this is it, maybe this is the job, maybe this is the one, maybe this is the opportunity, da da da. And then I would go with this interview with this energy. The interview would be super amazing, and then I still would not get the job. And it will be such a bump for me, because what people didn't know is each time that I was applying to this job, each time that I was applying to this application, I was walking from my home to the city center. So if I had an interview at 8:30 a.m., I was walking by 7:30 to get to the place. So if I had 10 interviews, I had 20 walks back and forth. Like, it's 10, but back and forth it will be 20. So I was putting in the effort. I was putting in my part, because I really wanted this. And it wasn't just about that. It was just about, I know that I can get something better. Like, I was writing on the possibility that I can get something better and I will have something better. But I also decided that I will not be working a waitressing job. And I got 4 opportunities to work as a waitressing job. Great jobs, great salary. They even offer me directly contract with the hotel, which brings, hi Eileen, which brings a lot of bonuses and perks. Hello. And all of these bonuses and perks would like really benefit you as an employee. So that is part of something that I really wanted to share when it comes to escalating. Second thing, believe that you deserve the best. Not only believe, but know it. Know it very deeply. What I'm talking about how I escalated from minimum wage salary to 3,000 monthly paid salary. And what is the process that I did in between to receive that? Yeah, well, it's only you and a few. Exactly. Thank you so much, Alpha. Thank you for coming in. It's like, no, boy, it's only me. No, it's you and a few. So the last part that I want to share with you all is like writing it. So what I did a lot is, you're bored? Well, I'm actually in Spain, not bored. Hi, Leah. So let me talk about the last thing, and then I'll tell you guys where I'm at, and I can show you a little bit around since you are bored, because we have quite the view. We have a lot of things going on, as you can hear. But let me finish on this last part. The last part is believing and knowing that you deserve the best. So when I decided that I no longer was going to work, when I decided that I no longer was going to work as a waitress, I immediately, I wasn't in a like, when I tell you guys this, I want you to know that I wasn't thinking, oh, waitressing jobs is bad or I hate it. No, it was coming from a place of, thank you,
I love the waitressing job. It was a great opportunity. I learned many new things, but now I'm ready for something better because I know I deserve something better. I did my dues. I learned what I needed to learn. I've experienced it. It already happened, but now I know now I want something else. So when you decide that you get to have the best, you also have to do it gracefully and not sabotage the past thing, because the past thing is what led you to the next thing, which is you wanting to want, in my case, wanting a 3,000 paid salary. So I was grateful for the 1,500 that I was already receiving, but I was also saying to, also writing in a sense of like, you know what, I'm grateful for that, but now I'm ready for more. Now I want more. So it is very important for when you make this type of decision, you have to make this type of decision even if you have to write it 10 times. Like I've written about these things more than 10 times to make myself believe it, because it's very hard for you not to believe it when the circumstances or your reality outside doesn't look like that. So that is a very important part of this process of how I went from 1,500 to 3,000 a month. And the last thing is writing. As I mentioned with you guys, I've wrote about these things so many times. I wrote about the multiple possibilities that I can have. I wrote about how this is gonna make my life so much great, how I'm gonna be way more happier, how I can help more people, how I can do all these other things. And by writing it that in that sense made that made that desire of mine come to me easier, come to me faster. And that is why it wasn't so hard for me during that whole year, because that whole year I struggled for a year applying everywhere, doing this, walking in the heat as sun, just like this one, you know? And nothing was happening. Went to the multiple interviews, nothing was happening. And I was like, no, this is gonna happen for me, period. So each time I would go back home disappointed as F because I didn't get the job, I didn't get the interview, but I was still right about how grateful I am that I had this interview, that I had this opportunity, even though nothing happened. And that is on the level that I want you to make these type of decisions. So it really, even if you have to write about it 100 times, 50 times, 3,000 times, do it until you believe it, because whatever it is that you believe is what you will create, period. Y'all know about all these manifestation methods that if you are on TikTok, shorts, reel, they're all over the place, girl. But at the end of the day, none of those shit is gonna work if you don't believe it, because at the end it's just a feeling. So to me, I created that feeling through writing, because it's very hard, especially when the reality is completely different. Oh my God, thank you so much, Eileen. Well, you stayed for a while, you got an education, and now we're gonna just enjoy the freaking view. So that is the video that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me close it off by saying Angel Frequency Masterclass is happening tomorrow, so make sure you check the link below. All the information will be there. This is part of the bonus of the Angel Frequency Masterclass. This is why I'm here in Spain having the freaking vacation of my life, baby, because I decided to let me just launch a masterclass in my favorite country. You know? And now we're here. So let me share the vibes with y'all, because I know some of y'all are bored and are just here for the vibes, and that's okay because you stayed for my video. So I still am super grateful that you stayed, because at least you learned something even if you don't do anything with it. And now we're gonna enjoy the freaking view. Okay, I'm gonna do this for Alpha. Eileen, I need a roebuck. Two arguments I see. Bye. I'll go. No, don't go, Eileen. But I saw as what is going on here? Y'all having a whole conversation here. Please. Okay, so let me show y'all what the fuck we doing. Okay, so we're actually in Spain. I have to be careful because you know privacy. Thank you so much, Mohindri. And we out here, you know. I'm not showing much because, as I mentioned, privacy. But yeah, we out here. So I'm actually in Spain.
having a beach day as usual. Please, your voice, OMG. Okay, let me show y'all around a bit. So this is it. I'm actually at the coast of Spain. I'm not gonna say too much details because I'm live, even though I'm not someone very famous, so it's okay. But I'll probably go live later. So that was it. I hope y'all enjoyed this live, and thank you so much for everyone who commented, who liked, who interact in the chat. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.